Hello everyone, Randy here again. We're playing Farming Simulator 15 on Oklahoma. Oh, come on, truck, start. And we're going to start harvesting number 6. Now, for those of you who have not seen this map before or seen the map, field 6 is, let's just say, a fairly good-sized field. You know, not crazy big or anything like that, but, you know, it's a good-sized field. Okay, it's a crazy big field. And I mean like crazy big field. So we're going to start harvesting field 6. I'm probably going to just have course play go at it. I don't know if I'll be doing much harvesting myself here. At least getting started here anyway. So let's see what's here. Let's get a course play course for the truck going here. A little concerned about the little jog in this field here. Well, I guess we'll start the course here, see what happens. I might have to maybe change this up a little bit, but we'll see how this works. So, of course, we're going to set up a course for unloading here a moment. Let's get rid of that, start course recording. And like I've said before, I don't want to get too carried away with these courses here because I do want to get an overloader and set up some proper overloading courses or grain carting courses or all the other different names you folks have mentioned for grain carts. Uh-oh, I got the truck coming through the other side here. I think we're going to meet if we don't hurry up. And then hopefully this episode I want to buy a tractor and a planter. We're just a little bit short of the tractor I'd like to buy. Haven't really decided on the planter yet. I'm thinking maybe just the Great Plains seed drill again like we had in Sosnovka. I know several people said get that planter again. And that's probably a fairly cheap, nice planter to start with. You know, not too small. Probably not quite big enough for this map, but at least it's not too small. Let's save this. This will be field 6. And I'm thinking the money we get, or it'll be wheat, but the money once we sell the wheat, we'll probably try to put towards maybe buying this field. I'm not actually even sure what this field costs. I haven't honestly looked. Let's see, would it be, I'm assuming the buy icon? Where would that buy icon be? I'm actually not sure. Is it out in the middle? Let's take a quick look here a minute. I don't see it floating out in the distance here, but you never know. Some mod authors put their buy icons in different places for the field. Sometimes they put them along the edge, like in the entrance. Sometimes they're in the middle. Yeah, I'm not seeing it out here. And typically when they're in the middle, where the number is, like the number 6 there, that is typically where the buy icon will be if it's out in the middle. But I'm not seeing that, so... And I'm not sure where the entrance to this field would necessarily be. Let's see, maybe up on this side of the map, I see a road that leads to the field here. Let's just see if we can find the buy icon in a minute. Because I'm kind of curious now, what does this field cost? Because, yeah, like I said, I would like to put what we harvest from this field. Obviously, not currently our field, but I want to be able to buy this field, so... Oh, not seeing a buy icon over here either. Okay, well, I'm not sure where the buy icon is. Like I said, I'll have to maybe look off screen, see if I can find it. Unless this map is like set up with a real estate office type of thing. I am not sure. I don't think it was, but maybe it is. Okay, and you can just drive the course. Actually, you know what? I do have them set up with the vehicle group switcher. There we go. And I'm thinking we're going to go up and down the field this way. I did test electric poles there, and they do have collisions on them, so I can either do a headland and go this way, or I'm thinking maybe it's easier just to go this way. I'm not sure. Because, yeah, I could do a headland with course plate, too. I'm thinking we're just going to try and go in this way. I know some of the trees there you can drive through, so should be okay there. And as far as I know, I don't think there's anything in the way on this side of the field. So we'll generate a course here. Field edge path number 6. Oh, you know what? We can't do number 6 because we don't own it. Okay. I wonder if I can calculate it. Yes, I can. Okay. Trouble is I'd have to overwrite it. Not necessarily an issue. Oh, you know what? I can go about this a different way. Let's skip course play. Let's just use a hired worker. And keypad 0, track count 2, headland impossible. That's interesting. Okay. Why he just stopped there? He was going, wasn't he? Oh, because I don't own this field, it's not going to let me hire a worker either. Okay, great. Okay, it's going to have to be course play then. At least I think course play will let us do it. We'll find out. Oh, let's get back on the field here. Let's calculate that. Come on, there we go. Like I said, not the end of the world. I would have preferred not to have done that, but... Let's see, 24.4. Ah, yes, okay. Go to 24. Starting corner will be the northeast. And we're heading in a westerly direction. No headland for the moment. We might change that. Ooh, that's going to take a moment to generate that in it. There we go. And we'll set you to lane offset 6.7. What? 6 meters to the right. Oh, you know what? That's right. This is set up for the corn, and this is the bigger header. My bad. Let's recalculate that again. So let's just make it easy. 13. Actually, what is the actual width of this header again? Good use for the GPS mod here. 26.4. What? Okay, never mind. Let's sit in the shop. I think it's 13.6, correct? 13.7, okay. So if I do 13.7, it's kind of an odd number. That's the problem. I think I did 26 last time, didn't I? Yeah, we'll do 26. And then we did 6.7 to the right. Yep, that'll work. And we'll just save this as course 1 for the moment. I'm going to take a moment to save it here. Hopefully it hasn't locked up. Yeah, well, the size of this field and the size of the course that has probably been generated from this, like I said, it is going to, there we go, going to take a moment. Why are you turning around? You're going to run into the pole. Yeah, he's going to run into the pole. Okay. Oh, and he harvested something too yet. Okay, that's weird. There we go. And we'll load the course on this combine as well. Oh, good. We sold a load of, I think we're selling corn, I think. So we might have enough money now to buy the tractor. And we're going to go 6.7 to the left. And I'm going to wait just a couple minutes to get this combine going. Let that combine get ahead. Otherwise, when the truck comes to unload, they'll both be kind of at the same spot, and they'll just end up getting stuck. Even the way it is, they might end up that way, because one might get ahead of the other one, and they'll still end up getting stuck because the truck won't be able to unload one of them, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, let's just hop out of there for the moment and visit the shop. And see how much money I have to buy the tractor I want to get. Ooh, I have enough, by just enough. We'll get the John Deere 8370R. We're going to buy that tractor, 370 horsepower. Nice, I would say, starting tractor for the size of this map. Yes, there we go. And of course, let's put the duals on it. That looks a lot better. So yes, I would say a more American-style tractor, the way the duals are. Doesn't have a front 3-point hitch. Again, not very common, at least where I live. Rest of the tractor looks pretty good. Oh, man. Hey there, buddy, you might want to get your arms checked. Them wrists look a little, you might want to get that x-rayed or something. That doesn't quite look right. Okay, and planter. Let's see, how much was the planter? I can always probably take out a loan, just so we can buy the planter for the moment. Great Plains, $28.50. Just check what else I have for planters. I'd like to say that's a 16 row, if I remember correctly. That'd be a nice corn planter to have. For the moment, we'll just take out a loan, get the Great Plains drill just because we can afford it. It's fairly cheap. And we can start replanting the fields we do own. And while we're here, too, I'm thinking we're going to need something to do fertilizer. What do we have for fertilizer? Sprays fertilizer width of 22 meters. I'm not sure if this works on other tractors besides the 9630, though. That's the only thing I'm not sure about. I'm kind of leaning towards like one of these two sprayers, maybe. Or maybe look online, see if I can find some other self-propelled sprayers. But I'm kind of leaning towards like a self-propelled sprayer this time around. Just kind of a big, fairly wide open map. I think we can use one of those type of sprayers. There we go. Let's get this fired up here. And where is our planter? Sitting right next to us. Okay. Oh, and is that seeds right here? We might as well fill up while we're over here then. There we go. We got seeds. Okay. Okay, and while we're driving back to the farm here, once we're full, we'll read a couple of comments. Francis was asking, on Farming Simulator 16, don't they have any big fields? No, Farming Simulator 16, I don't think really has any good fields. Oh, Financial Folly. Wow, I finally unlocked that apparently. I'm not actually sure. I think that's just like negative amount on your first day or something like that. Apparently, I've never had that before. I'm kind of surprised by that. Meaning that I've never had that before. Yeah, don't worry, we shouldn't be in the negative long, though. And I do want to repay the loan as soon as we get a chance here. Anyway, back to the comments there. Like I was saying there, Farming Simulator doesn't really have any... Farming Simulator 16 doesn't really have any large fields on it. There's some medium-sized fields, maybe. But even the medium-sized fields are pretty small, I would say. And they do cost quite a bit, too, when you get some of the bigger fields. Francis was saying, I really enjoy when you do high-speed finishing. It looks so neat. All I can say is keep up the great videos. Enjoy watching yours more than you do Bill's T-Max. Although he does good when he isn't doing all his jumps. I can't say I've seen him do a whole lot of jumping in his videos. But yeah, I have seen Bill's T-Max Farming Simulator videos. He tends to do like couple hour long ones. Like really long. But yes, you have to have some fun sometimes. I'm not going to say I've never done any jumping in Farming Simulator, because that wouldn't be true. Gift of the Caucasus there has a beautiful ramp right outside the farm. That's just a bit of fun. A comment from Big Texan, which I believe is Bull on the... Yes, he says it is Bull. Bull on the multiplayer server the last episode. He's famous on YouTube for losing money. Yes, he lost a lot of money and he didn't even have to do nothing. Pretty bad, isn't it? Just sitting there minding your own business and you lose $500,000. Actually, we can probably just cut in right here because the field we might as well start replanting right here. And we already have the seeds, so let's see. What do we want to replant? I'm thinking at least a little bit of sunflowers because sunflowers are definitely good money. What do we actually have for crops? Soybeans? Not sure what that is, actually. Oh, is that considered oats? Okay. I'm used to a little bit different image there for oats, but I guess that's oats. Sunflowers. Oats again. That's probably rye. Yes, that's rye. Clover, I'm assuming. I don't know if clover actually show up on here or not. Oh, yes, it does. Except that is actually alfalfa? Nah, that looks kind of like clover. Well, maybe it is alfalfa. Okay. Okay, that's clover. I guess that was alfalfa then. Sorghum. Sunflowers. Soybeans. Okay, seems like they are repeating a bit. How about we do some oats? Why not oats? And get the width calculated. Oh, nice. Look at that. 12 meters right on the dot. And a tractor of this caliper shouldn't have any trouble pulling this planter, I wouldn't think. I'm definitely liking the looks of this tractor so far. We'll see how it functions, but so far this might be one of my more favorite tractors. Like I mentioned before, folks, probably the John Deere 8Rs are probably one of my more favorite type of tractors. Not necessarily picking on any particular 8R, just the John Deere 8Rs. I've always liked the looks of the 8R John Deere tractors. And I do like this one in particular because it has the proper tires, at least for American style anyway. It doesn't have the big wide flotation. It's got the narrower row crop, properly spaced dual tires. Got a nice, set of weights on the front. Actually, I would say it looks very similar to the model tractor I have of this. Which, by the way, on the little art or the banner on my YouTube page, the 8370R is actually the, I have a 1:16 scale model of an 8370R. And that is actually what is on that picture there. On the other side is the John Deere 4840. Also a 1:16 scale model. And like we found in the past, really no need to raise this planter. It just keeps on planting, so. Could probably check too. We might be able to get the other combine started here. Let's see. Let's look at the map. Yeah, I can't really tell where the other combine is at. I'd like to see them have a couple of rows done before I start the other combine. Like I said, just to keep them away from each other so the truck that's unloading them doesn't get stuck. And yes, the man truck is still selling. Like I said, I believe we're selling corn there. Oh, yeah, so we're back up. I just looked at the money there. We're back up in the positive numbers there again. Like I said, that didn't take long. And back to the comments, the Roblox Master. Is anyone else getting Farming Simulator 17? Well, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm definitely planning on getting it. Peterbilt 100 was asking, can you get a Claas Axion 950? Axion 950. I know I had one. I don't know if I still do. Double check. I got a 650, 850. Unless it's somewhere else, I don't have a 950 from the looks of it. Kind of weird. Thought I did at one time. I'm not sure how well that would actually fit with this map either. At least where I live, Claas tractors. Don't really see a whole lot of Claas tractors. Oh. Wrong button. I'm going to turn it off there so I didn't get into field 2. Seeing how you can't raise this, well, you can raise the planter up, it just doesn't stop planting for some reason, so the only way to stop it from planting is to actually turn it off. Ted was saying you could have dropped the silage bales into the pull-type mixer wagon, then dumped that into the large mixing station. Yes, you could have, except for the exception that someone sold that thing. And someone being myself, I sold it, so. Ross commented, says he likes this, talking about the high-speed videos. I've actually had a couple comments from people saying they like the high-speed videos, so I'll see once if I can do some more of those. You know, probably like maybe finishing and planting this field here. He was saying, though, the time-lapse broke his YouTube. Everything left pixelish stuff behind and colorful marks and etc. Probably the reason for that, folks, and especially on this field here, you're looking out across this cornfield here. It's probably actually doing it right now, for all I know. But even for what I'm seeing on the screen is a lot of pixelation, just because the texture this corn is using, it just really likes to pixelate bad. So that's probably the main reason behind that. And then, of course, you put that on YouTube, and YouTube, you know, takes the quality and sometimes reduces it. Really can mess that up bad, unfortunately. So yeah, like I said, just looking out across this field, not necessarily the most pleasant of things to look at. Even for myself here, it is really pixelating, like I said. Just the amount of detail in the what's left behind here. Like I say, up close, it looks perfectly fine. But then you look off into the distance, and yeah, it just looks really bad, actually. And like I said, putting it on YouTube, that doesn't help it at all any. Zombie Killer is asking, are you from Canada or Minnesota? Neither one. I am from Michigan. Samuel was saying, good yielding corn for sure. Yes, we actually did get quite a bit of corn out of this field. Rugger was saying, liking the map so far. Eric, 12,000 liters is equal to roughly 340 bushels. So that is pretty close to what those combines would hold in real life, or realistically. Delcom was saying, great video. Well, other than waiting on courseplay, lol. Courseplay is so rude at times. Yes, I know. Terrible, isn't it? A fairly nice looking interior on the inside of this tractor here. Oh, except it looks like the radio is cut in half. Diagonally in half. Tractor does have IC. I think I may have mentioned that. Doors and stuff like that open. A bunch of the stuff on the dash works. Actually, can I bring it up now? Yes, I can. Oh, I guess it's because I'm moving. It's actually not going to let me do any of it, probably. But I think that's lights. I forget what these are again. More lights here. And I think, was there something else somewhere else? Oh, yes, you got some stuff on the screen, too. Yeah, like I said, IC. Seems like a fairly nice tractor. Hopefully, you can give it a little more test, see how it does. Oh, there goes another load of corn. Excellent. Anyway, folks, looking at the time, looks like it's time to wrap up the episode here already. So, if folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.